guys, Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. I am not alone. I'm joined by Bront Cat Herder. Bront, welcome back to the channel, man. It's been a hot minute since we had you on. How you been? How you doing?
Pretty good. It's definitely been a long time, long overdue, especially for a clan mate that we love to talk with each other inside the game as well. So it's always nice to chat with you on YouTube.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think our should we give a shout to our clan, the Rise clan family?
Yeah, we've got Risen from Ashes. Obviously, that's your clan, and that's
no, it's not it's our clan, bro. Like I don't look at it as mine. That's silly stuff. But it does have my name, I guess, because I started it like way back in the day, but then it evolved, and now like I look at you guys. The leadership of the clan is more of your clan. But either way, yeah, we've both been a part of this crew for a long time now, and I think it's a great group, man. Because you know what it is, like, not to be sappy about it, but I feel like we focus on the positive. Sure, we complain here and there, right? But like, I feel like generally we're all trying to help each other, and like it's a good group, you know. Anyway,
well, it's also great too because I think actually we were talking about video ideas for this. I mentioned finding the right clan fit, so we might as well give that a quick shout out too. But it's a great clan where we try hard, but we don't like kill each other over not doing something.
Yeah, no one's getting shamed, you know? But at the same time, we all trying to do our part too, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, shout out to the clan fam. We're here to talk about mistakes, man. You guys should check out. It would be a mistake to not subscribe to Bront, by the way, whose channel's link will be in the description below for you guys in the pinned comment. But outside of that, man, some mistakes. I'm gonna be like, we have no idea what each other are gonna say. We're gonna go back and forth a little bit. We're gonna do a collab on your channel too. But I have not shared anything. But I'm just gonna be so vulnerable, man. I'm gonna share some pathetic mistakes that I have made on my account. Hopefully, so folks out there can avoid them. But you're the guest, Bront. Go first, man. What is one of your biggest mistakes that you've ever made on your raid account?
This is probably a pretty mild one, but I think this is a mistake that a lot of players make, is that, and we were just talking about clans, getting too attached to your clan to where your clan is not serving your account and your needs. And it's hard to do, especially if you're like playing with friends and you enjoy the company of these other folks. But like, if you've moved on to Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss and the rest of your clan is nowhere near that, you're hurting yourself by not getting that second chest.
So like outgrowing your clan and not moving on.
Yeah, it's rough, but sometimes you need to move on from a clan because it just doesn't fit your play style. Hydra is another good example. If they're demanding that everyone better run that 2 billion Titus key this week because you're not doing it otherwise, or we're going to kick you. If that's not the way you want to play raid, you're not serving yourself either, Have fun playing raid. And if you're having fun, I guess, with your clan mates, then, feel free to hang on and carry your clan mates around, but don't hurt yourself by not getting the right clan boss chests, by not being in a clan that is focused on some of the similar things that you're focused on. And it really does improve your, enjoyment of raid.
That's a good one. That's very interesting. We could talk for hours about this one because it does suck, man, because listen, I think our clan's like 30-ish in the world right now. We've been around for a while, but we still lost a lot of good players going to better clan, like going to Mad Family or whatever. And it sucks when you're on the losing end of a game, like someone who's carrying your clan. So I can see how it's a double-edged sword, but you're right, especially for early game players, right? Like probably going to outlive your clan. And hey, maybe you can take, maybe you can branch your clan off into two versions, one more for the more competitive and hardcore, and one for people who are still, getting into the game or whatever. So there's different ways to approach it, but I agree with you, man, because in this game, love it or hate it, the rewards that you get are going to be associated with what you can do as a clan, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a big deal, and if you're in people that are like-minded, you're going to find that you're not going to fight as much. You're going to have fun talking in clan chat or Discord or wherever you want to communicate, and that means an awful lot for keeping on playing the game and just enjoying raid.
Absolutely. That was a good one, man. And by the way, shout out to anybody who left us from Matt or any of the top-tier clan fams. You're always welcome back, guys. Come on back home. Come on back home.
Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We missed you.
All right, I kid. My biggest mistake, this one is very recent, and dude, this one is brutal, like absolutely brutal. I wasn't even going to admit this until you came to me with a video about mistakes, and this is what I did, man. So first of all, fear gear removal is amazing. I love it. It's a game changer. It's my favorite thing they've done. Even as someone who spends in the game, it's so much easier to play this game and to optimize everything. So it's been great. But one of the downsides, dude, I don't know if you've ever done this, Bron. One of the downsides is you forget to put your gear back on a champion. Because, like, I'm muling around my best gear sets, you know? And, dude, I did the worst thing ever. I've had this, okay, so there's nowhere that's published these badges, right? Like, to my knowledge, there's no resource out there. I even messaged Plarium. They're like, what are all the badges in the game? Because if you look at the badges, first of all, I know no one cares about badges, but just humor me. So, like, if you look at the badges, they're not all listed here. There's a bunch that you can see on the top profiles that aren't in the badge screen. So I'm like, okay. And then I noticed that there's a badge for winning #1 in a global tournament, right? It's like, meaning that if you get first overall in a tournament, which I've never done, you get this big, awesome looking badge, right? So I'm like, dude, I want to go for the badge. One day I decided to myself. So what did I do? There was this massive offer for energy in the shop. So I spent $100 buying this big ass, I forgot what it was, but like 20K energy or whatever, right? And so what did I do? I went to sleep, and I said it was a sand devil tournament, and I went to sleep, and I had all the multi-battles. I had like enough energy for like 700 runs, and I'm like, I'm gonna wake up in the morning, and I'm gonna be #1 on the globe, and I'm gonna have like 300, 400 chaos dust, right? I was like, this is gonna be amazing. And dude, I woke up, and what did I see? 700 battles played, 0 wins. I had a naked Siffy with no gear on, bro. And I ran, obviously, I know the comments before you guys tell me, there's a thing that can automatically stop it if you lose. There's fail-safes in place that can prevent me from being an idiot and a moron in doing this. But I wasted $100 all this time, my chance at my stupid badge, and all that chaos dust and resources and oils and stuff because I didn't have gear on a champion, man. It felt so dirty the next day. I wish that was the only time I've done that, but I've done it twice. Not that bad, though, but I've done like a few runs. Have you ever done that? Oh, it felt so dirty. It was awful.
I don't know if I've done the gear one, but that actually dovetails into one I was going to bring up as well. So I'll talk about
go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can do this in game with just the autoplay with, checking that box that's, gets you out of when you die or you fail, stopping the run. And of course, sometimes you got a run that is 99% effective.
Yeah, and you don't want it. Yeah.
You don't want to interrupt it for the one failure. So you're just going to go past it. And yeah, it's really easy to get caught and screw that up. I think I went to do some. I think what it was I wanted to level up some champions overnight, and so I set it to just keep on going until it was done leveling the champions up. Not realizing I was in Nightmare. And told it to auto refill energy. And as a result, I burned through all of my gems and all of my energy farming Nightmare campaign with Bellower, who was not set to kill anybody and gained no experience from it.
Oh, so yeah, that's a similar one in a different way. It's a similar one to me. Dude, don't you think? Listen, when you do a battle and you lose a battle, when you engage in a battle and you lose a battle, it's annoying how they spam this character doesn't have gear on or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
In one area you want to click and you're like, get me out of here. But that's cool and all. But how about when you go into a battle being like, notification, no gear on a champion, like a little pop-up. Like, I would like it at the beginning, not the end. Like maybe you can still disable it, but golly. All right, what you got next?
Before you start would be a good one. Before you start the first battle.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like before first battle of a multi-battle, hey, this champion doesn't have gear. Awesome, cool, I'll fix it. Thank you. But no, they do it afterwards. Like, thank you so much. Thank you at the end of the battle to let me know.
And then every time, now that 700 battles that you just ran, you've got that popping up 700 times. Now, if you're not there, it's not going to show up, but afterwards. But yeah, you might as well for the next hour not play the game or log out and log back in too.
Exactly. All right, so my next one, man, is this is definitely the most, that last one that I shared was embarrassing, but like it's also something that I feel like it can happen, like that's, you just got to be vigilant about it. But this one is the most embarrassing because like I take this nowadays, I've been doing this this channel for 5-6 years now, and I take the game a lot more seriously now than I did even maybe a year or two ago. I've just gotten more into the game over the years, right? And it makes sense. It's it's part of my job, right? That being said, I I didn't go for Ramen 2, right? Like this is like an old mistake, but it's accurate still. I've gotten Marius, I've gotten obviously Arbiter, but Ramen 2 I just never thought I needed him, you know, in the beginning, like back when he came out a couple years ago. So then by the time he came out and by the time I went and got Marius and stuff, I was just like, shoot. And nowadays, I feel like Ramen 2 is actually a lot better than, not even better, but like even more viable in more areas. And we see a lot of Chimera teams and, you know, in a Feral set, 9-piece, like there's more utility I feel like you can get out of a Ramen 2 nowadays. And like, so I'm going through it, you know, I'm doing my 200 silver keys in Doom Tower, probably did that years ago, Bronze. But like, I almost... It just like, I should have done this right when it came out, right? And like, I think that can dovetail this into just being a little bit more, I don't know, proactive on some of these long missions in the game, right? Like, I think I should have gone for these champions regardless early on, all the fusion. I mean, I went for the fusions, but this one, the permanent fusions, I mean, but especially these missions, man, I should have just done them. I should have done them earlier. I don't understand why I didn't. And now I'm like tediously going through things that I've already done years later.
Yeah, it is a very common thing. I know I do a lot of takeovers, and I've got a couple of people that have been big spenders, very early accounts. And one of the things I've had to tell them is, I realize that you can beat faction wars with what you've got in your account right now, but you need to go back and do the challenges just to make sure you've got all that stuff done. It's a couple of free resources you don't want to miss, but you also then don't want to miss out on your Arbiter. Yes, you've already got an Arbiter, but you want to make sure you can get to the next missions. It is so easy. And I think that was your problem too. You got Arbiter early and didn't go for her for a while.
It's a gift and a curse, man, because I got Arbiter and then I was like, all right, well, there was no Ramen 2 at the time. So I'm like, I guess I'm good. And then I was like, oh, shoot. So I never went for Arbiter missions. And yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And we were in a luxury place too, because back in the day, when you did it, there wasn't an empowerment and there wasn't faction guardians. So a dupe Arbiter was literally, do I want a second one for 3v3? If I don't, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So it made a lot less sense for you to go for it at the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, just not doing that stuff, do it early, especially for a new game player. Follow the path of some of those initial challenges and follow some of those initial RB missions, because some of them are just stupid to keep you in spots in the early game that when you're an early account, you can still get something from it. But like if Ash, like if you had to go back and do some of those early game challenges and go back to normal stage 1 and farm that, you'd just be like, why am I doing this?
You know, yeah, dude, it feels bad, but it's again, more reason to do it. Just do it, guys. Just do it. Just do the missions. Get Arbiter, get all those champions. And frankly, just again, like I think I should have had a little bit more of a completionist attitude early on my account if I could go back and do things like even little things like buying in the clan shop the shards for your Carl and what's her face? Why am I drawing a blank? What's the Spirit Affinity High Elf?
Yannicka, yeah.
Yannicka. So like, why don't I just go in there and do those? Like just buy all those, right? Because like now, you know, I'd love those in champion chases that are really close, or like, you know, I'd love to summon those or whatever it may be. So like, I think that nowadays in Raid, I think that everything, even if you don't need anything, I think you should just kind of go for everything. Now, obviously, time factor and everything like that, like if it makes sense for you, but I would go for everything, things that I just slacked on back in the day.
Yeah, like the fusion that's coming up. I know a lot of people are going to want to skip it because they're working for Leo, who's you know, happening at the moment if you're watching this video. But, you know, anyone who's going to skip it, get at least one of the epics and store them in your portal, because it shouldn't be hard to do at least 4 of the events, and that's 250 champion chase points, 500, and that's assuming it's not a void. You know, that's another 100 points or whatever else for you there.
Yep.
It's free points. Might get you another champion that might be great, might get you a reward that you might want in a champion chase. You know, just no reason to not do it.
Yeah, for sure. What you got next?
All right. Another one on the interface probably didn't help me with this one. And this one's more embarrassing because this was one of my first takeovers I had ever done. Is I was doing a gear cleanse for somebody. And of course, you want to sell all your flat stat bottom pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I accidentally had selected helmets among there with the bottom pieces.
Wait, so you're doing an account takeover and you sold all the dudes' helmets?
Sold every helmet he had on his account that wasn't.
Oh, did he give you a big tip, Ron?
Do I amuse you? Am I some sort of clown to you?
I hate my job.
I felt so bad. I let the guy know right away what had happened, and he was like, no big deal. I was thinking about getting rid of all my 5-star gear anyway, and I need to get the 6-star gear. So I'll just, dump 20,000 energy into a dungeon. So it was the right person to do that on. But it, taught me just be very, very careful what you have selected. And if I ever hit sell all, I am triply careful to make sure I don't have something I don't want to sell all. And I'm sure you've been a victim of the sell all or sell everything and hitting the wrong button somewhere and selling something you didn't want to sell, I'm sure.
I've sold stuff I didn't want to sell before. Like, I don't think, hopefully, that this has been in a huge egregious thing, like selling something really good, but you're right, like, you got to be careful, especially when they changed. Do you know what I'm talking about, when they changed the buttons around a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Now when you remove, like, it's the old remove button is a sell button, you're like, oh, no. I almost did, but I didn't.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
easy
good
to
one,
make
dude.
little mistakes like that.
That's a good horror story there, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine getting your account back. You spend $1,000 for Bront to review your account. I'm just joking. You pay Bront to do the account takeover, and then you get it back, and all your best gear's gone.
Yeah, no,
That's a good one. That's a good one. I didn't expect that one. That was really good. I love that one, though, man. Perfect time to shout out Bront's account takeovers.
Oh, yeah.
The best cleanser in the biz. I'm just joking, man. Bront is one of the most knowledgeable dudes in the game, and that's a really good, it's a good advisory to folks out there. My next one, man, is a small one. I don't expect you to watch my content, but I did a video with Sato, our clanmate, where I used his Ninja Turtles. And the first thing that I noticed on his account when I went in is in the portal, man. My man, dude, I don't know if you know this about Sato, but he has remnant summons. He has like 30 of them saved up, dude. And I'm like, the first thing I noticed, I'm like, you've got 28 remnant summons? I'm like, what? They're 2.5% chance of a mythical. That is by far and away the best chance to get a mythical. And he's got so many of them. And I was like, oh my word, dude. And I'm like, why? And he's like, I'm saving them for void mythicals. And I'm like, ooh. So now your boy Ash has 2 saved up. I'm following Sato's, it is tempting to go for the mythicals because it's not even a guarantee, obviously, that void mythicals, when they do come, are going to be available through remnant summons. But I think it's a pretty good bet, and because I'm not in a rush to just splurge, anyway right now, I'm going to go that route. So I think it's a mistake. I mean, it's not a huge one, but I think it's like a little tip out there is, if you have the patience, do what Sato and I are doing now, and save your remnants just in case for void mythicals. No guarantee, but it could work out.
Yeah, I mean, that's always that's a saving guide in general. I think it's saving. We were just talking about the fragment fusions, saving up and having those stashed away for points for something else. At the very least, some people are very yeet happy with this sort of stuff, and they're just yeeting shards left and right. And you want to hold off on that stuff. That actually leads into one of the mistakes I made on my free-to-play account recently, actually. I wanted to get a prism shard pull a while ago, back when they did one from a soul summon event. And I generally haven't been saving my souls on my free-to-play because I'm still building the account, so I want all the souls I can possibly get, and I'm not quite I'm where a 1 or 2 star soul would be helpful on the account. So just yeeting them makes sense on that account. And I'm just getting to a point where I want to start saving them. So I just started saving them, had saved up enough and said, hey, this might be enough for me to get that prism crystal, which could get me a legendary, but at the very least will help me with this next fusion. I think it was a granite fusion at the time. And I regret pulling those because when the RAF event came along, I probably shouldn't have been able to get RAF. I got lucky with some other stuff that happened with that, and I got RAF on that account anyway. But if I had not been saving, if I'd been saving those up like I should have, I could have free to play gotten Raphael from mostly pulling souls instead of having to drain my account of every gem and every energy and everything else and sell all the souls I wanted to keep and kind of wring the account out quite a bit to get Raphael.
That's a good, it does dovetail again into the whole, don't splurge in this game all the time, right? Be strategic with the resources. And I think that obviously,
Wake Shadow Legend,
the less you spend, the more strategic, and then the more it will behoove yourself to do so. So that's a good one as well. I think I have one more, man. My last one, it kind of maybe ties a little bit into what we discussed, but and this is not, I think this is going to give me the most, I don't know, pushback, right? because everybody says, I feel like every content creator and everybody, even I've probably said it before because it's true, but like you don't have to go for everything in this game. It's all about FOMO, right? But for me, you know, taking everything into consideration, that I make content on this game, that it's a big part of like my life. This game is like what I do all, you know, a lot of my days, but I regret not going for every freaking fusion, man. Like it's just like, I know that that's not as taboo to say, you know, because everybody's like, don't go to every fusion. You don't have to. It pass. And I know it's not for everybody, but for me, every damn time I look at a fusion that people use on teams, on meta teams or off meta teams, and I don't have them, I kick myself for like, why didn't I just go for the fusion, man? Like, come on, man. You spend so much time in this game anyway. You spend money on this game anyway. Like, go for the fusions, dude. So I have Emic, I have Thor, and I have Mad Hatter, who I don't have. Those are the 3 fusions that I missed on my account. And I just don't like, there's been times where all 3 of them I've been like, damn it, I really want that fusion, you know? So now, from now on, like, I don't know, if starting after the Thor, no, after the Mad Hatter rather, I just made a deal with myself, dude, you're going for, as long as you're uploading YouTube videos, you're going for every single fusion, even the worst ones, because fusions, you know, not to make it less about me, they just, for me, I guess for me, but also it probably applies to a lot of folks out there. I'm interested in your take on this, Bront, but like, fusions are a big thing of what keeps me active in the game and interested in the game, you know? Like, what is the next fusion going to be? Going through those couple weeks of having that task, and I'm a task-oriented person, and being able to accomplish that at the end, try out the champion. Like, I know it's part of the gacha mechanic of the game. I'm very aware of that, but at the same time, it's something that I actually start to try to change my mindset and look forward to them. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going for all the fusions. Easy for me to say since I'm a spender, but that's one of my regrets, man. I regret every fusion I didn't go for.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I regret every fusion I didn't go for. Gerald Brown Brugard, I think, is one of the ones I skipped.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Fair enough.
There are a couple out there, but even then, I always say, because I do a lot of the reviews on these champions, I know you do some of that stuff too. You always have to look at this from a where is your account and what would be good on your account. There are folks where that Jeroboam Brugard would actually have been a huge upgrade in something, because he does something that they just don't have on their account. You know, that's where Granite Doorkeep, for example, I think Granite Doorkeep's actually a really good champion. He's only just
people hated him though.
A tier, you know, but he's not Leo. And so as a result, a lot of people skipped him because they were worried about getting Leo, but you know, he's a great champion. And I think Raid is at its best when there are good and interesting champions on the line that people can get for free or free-ish. And obviously as a spender, and you know, as a I spend a little bit on my main account as well, it's easier for me to get all of those champions. With a free-to-play, it's kind of hard to expect to get everyone. At some point in time, you're going to want to bow out, just because, like, I'm probably bowing out of the next one on my free-to-play just because I would like to build the Emic I pulled, and the Embrus I just pulled, and the the Granite Doorkeep I just pulled, and the Molly Tankard I just pulled, and the Godseeker I just pulled.
Stop bragging,
and I haven't gotten all the champions I got to build yet, but I'm at 5 right now that I need to build. Yeah, and I've got 3 or 4 more in the tank that I need to build. I need to skip a fusion to do it, and that's fine.
No, 100, and that's why I said this is just for me, before people rebel. But I think that fusions are actually, like, I went for Granite, just similar to you. I went for Granite, and some of the, I'm definitely going to go for Sanguine Maria or whatever as well. Like, so I think that it's for me, I've realized over time that this is actually something I do enjoy in the game, because I play a lot of games that don't have fusions, like Ethereal Restart I play a lot of right now. They don't have fusions, and man, I miss them a lot. Like, it took me playing a game without fusions to realize how much I actually enjoy fusions.
Yeah, I mean, and for early game accounts, fusions are so good, because when you struggle to get all of the legendaries that you might want, it is a guaranteed legendary. At the very least, it's a 5-star already champion you can throw in reasonable gear, and it'll be helpful for early faction wars. And at best, it could be a champion that might be a solid anchor for your account for years to come. Yeah. And it does lead into, I think, the video we're going to be talking about on my video later is we're going to be talking a bit about meta versus off-meta champions. And yeah, these fusions don't all need to be meta champions, but if they can be impactful champions, they can be very useful.
100%. You have any others, Bron?
The one I really, really regret was I skipped Lana Tharl. And to be fair, I had a lot of out of the game reasons. I was traveling a lot for my job at the time. And I just said, you know what, this is going to be a headache for me to do this fusion. I'm just not going to do it.
Yep.
And I didn't do it on my main, even though I probably had the resources to do it. And then hard faction wars or hard dungeons came out, I should say. And the hard Fire Knight needed the ally attacker. And I didn't have an ally attacker other than the Fat Man. Like none. And so I struggled on Fire Knight hard for a long time because I didn't have another ally attacker until I finally got what's his name, Podrick.
Yeah.
You know, and I saw Podrick and I said, okay, I'm going for this guaranteed because this is going to fill this void for me.
Sure.
But Lana Tharl held me back for 6 to 8 months because I didn't go for that fusion. And you know what? There's plenty of good reasons for it. I don't regret it from a personal standpoint, but I definitely from a rage standpoint regret it.
100%, right? Like that is the thin line. And I'm glad you brought up fusions again because I kind of feel bad for like, because it's like, it's just for me because I cover the game, you know? But it is, you're right, because like a lot of mine were real life reasons too. And I don't regret it either because I'm always going to put real life ahead of Raid Shadow freaking Legends, you know? But at the same time, like if you can, you know, in your borderline, I would encourage folks to go for it if they can, you know, on these fusions, just because to your point, like there's been so many times that, you know, even like, I don't know, Mad Hatter or something like that, right? Like I thought to myself, okay, I was traveling at the time for work and I was like, I'm just going to take him off because like a really good kit, really good champion, but I don't think he'll make a huge difference on my account, my end game account. And then similar to you with Lana Tharl and Fire Knight later on, it was all these Wixwell, Mad Hatter, Titus teams. And I'm like, damn it, I want Mad Hatter, you know? You never know where things are going to go in the future. But ultimately though, you know, this game, I mean, like just to state the obvious, it's like you get the enjoyment of what you put into it, like whatever makes you happy, you should just do because at the end of the day, it's just a stupid game, you know. So do what makes you happy, and there's no winning Raid Shadow Legends, right?
Yeah, it's the game is about it's a game, you know. Have fun playing Raid Shadow Legends. I know it's been my mantra on my channel for a while, and if you're not having fun, maybe change up and do something differently. And to be fair, that's where a lot of these things have come from. Some of these are mistakes that we've made, and some of these are mistakes that we can see other people make that can impact the fun. Anything from your clan not being enjoyable because you're not getting the right rewards, to not doing fusions, to, you know, sometimes you can just laugh at yourself at making stupid mistakes and spending all your energy somewhere.
That's it. Hey, well, we're going to go do a collab, like I said, on Bron's channel, like you mentioned. And in the meantime, we got a Sand Devil Turn Attack tournament going on right now, Bron. Then I'm going to go purchase 20K energy and throw it down the drain right now. So I got work to do in my account. Guys, check out Bron's YouTube channel in the description below. Thanks for watching till the end. Thanks for Bron for joining me. Check us out there. You'll find all that information below. Much love. And as always, take care, guys.